Yeah, right.
Let's elevate our minds. We wanna have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Knowledge ain't hard to find. It's studio around. It's studio around.
Now live on Facebook. Yeah, right. Sad. Hotep family, Hotep. Hope all is well. Queen Amari, Taibidi, Shikari, Alban, Kiamu, Kamal. Yo, man, I was on exactly at 7 o'clock, and only Brother Agban, Sean, was on YouTube. I don't know if y'all just got the notification or not, but I was on time. I don't know what happened. Yeah. So if somebody can hit me up real quick in the comments, let me know if you got a late notification or it wasn't on at 7 o'clock or you just late. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be confused because that's not cool. It wasn't showing on Facebook until now. Just got the Facebook on. See? Yep. See, I told y'all, man. Just because you think I'm crazy. I know I ain't no daggone Martin Luther King, no Malcolm X, ain't no Farrakhan, no these other beautiful greats. I know I'm not that, but I know well as hell that we being watched. You know, they don't want. I'm not even doing nothing negative or saying anything about bashing anybody or talking down anybody. But no matter what level of truth it is, they don't want this stuff to go out. This is disgusting. And I hear a plethora of people complaining about this, but this bull crap that they're showing, never get a glitch, never have a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we on now, but I don't want you to think I'm crazy complaining or bringing this to our attention a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that I'm all that. You know what I'm saying? No, these people, man, these people. I don't know what I'm saying. That's threatening. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not the first time this thing happened. It started happening now. I don't know what I'm saying that's threatening. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's nothing, really. It's just basic information. But anyway, I just had to get that out because this crap is starting. It's been starting. But we're going to just continue. Hotep, my brothers and sisters. Sometimes I need to vent a little bit too. And I hope I'm able to vent to people who's not going to judge me. Because I heard all y'all vent before. But anyway, well, the majority of y'all, I greet you in our ancient Kemetic language. Hotep, brothers and sisters, that means peace. Good evening. Yes, I changed the time to 7 o'clock today. I don't know. I'll take a consensus. I don't know if 6:30 was too early because people just getting off of work and winding down. So I said, we just try 7 o'clock because there is a strategy, it's a science when it comes to what time you come on. Not just y'all, but a lot of other people too after a long day. So I just want to try 7 o'clock, okay, with no other specific, no other reason. All right, so I'm glad you're here. If you know how to share this, please share it. I hope that you hear me clearly and that you see me clearly on today. And I don't take your presence lightly. We're gonna move in. For Thank you, Queen Amari, and you come from the household of the Travises for the donation. I don't tell people everything. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm not gonna tell you how much, but I want to show that people do appreciate what we do, and they still appreciate what we do, even if it's a handful or one or two. We appreciate you, love you very, very much for showing that this platform, your family, your platform, both of y'all, the Travis, both of y'all are that's helping or that's beneficial to you. Even Brother Rob B, Brother Kiamo, I thank you for what you do, and pray for those and who want to but cannot, and pray for those who can and just do not. There's no hard feelings on my part. I love you just the same. I'm going to continue to bless you with what the Creator gives me, as long as the Creator gives me life. Ashe? So thank you. She's at 6:30 is good for me. All right, I hear you. But I just want to thank y'all on that level. All right. And I appreciate every one of you right now, every one of you. If it wasn't for the Guillaume family, especially the ones here in the headquarters of Albany, I wouldn't be where I am today, because I didn't get here by myself. I thank you, family, for supporting and helping and assisting your brother all this time. Ashe. All right, let's go into the message or the lesson. Not a message. Go to the lesson, and let me see here. Let me see, said the blind man. All right, maybe I should do it like that. Yeah, I'll do it like that. All right, you're good? Amandla, power to the people. All right, now let's do this thing or make sure I'm on. All right, I believe I'm on. Yes, sir. I'm on. Good to see you, Brother Kamal. The brother be running, doing a lot of running, boy. I know it have to be a lot of grace of God to do what he has to do and take time out to tune in. Appreciate you, King. Ashe. All right. You ready? All right. Those of you who may see this later on, my name is James Anyabwile, and I am the spiritual teacher of the God in Action Ministry Spiritual and Cultural Center. I welcome you to our SCS, which is the Scriptural and Cultural Study Group, where we learn about spiritual things, and we learn about the spiritual texts, and we learn about ourselves as African people. All right, so we welcome you, and we thank you for, please share this, y'all. Please share. All right, those of you who saw the post earlier, you saw the topic, and the topic is hope in the hard place of depression. Hope in the hard place of depression. Depression is a real thing, and a lot of people, it like has a stigma on it. Like a lot of people feel that if they let anybody know they have they deal with depression or they struggle with depression, they feel it's a sign of weakness. No, it's not a sign of weakness. All of us have a struggle somewhere in our lives. Okay, and so we just want to deal with depression because that's an area where it is affecting a lot of people, millions of our people. Okay, across the globe, in America, and Black people in particular. Ashe? All right, so we're going to deal with the hope in the hard place of depression, right? When it says the hope in the hard place, the hope is our Creator. The hope is the Most High. The hope is the true God who's on our side, who will never leave us or forsake us. The hope is, once again, the God of our ancestors who cares about us, who will not abandon us when we're struggling. The creator is not like human beings. Human beings that help us for a little while until a month or 2 or 3 go past. You say, man, this is too much. I can't handle that. But human beings are not designed to carry everyone's burden. That's why we have the creator in our lives. And one thing about the creator, our hope, is that the creator is interested and involved in every event of our lives. It was laying my foundation. He or she, how you want to describe God, can help us carry our burdens or our heaviness, our weight, right? And when it comes to the creator, all our fears, brothers and sisters, can find calm in God's peace. Okay? All right. We just moving in. You see the picture is worth 1,000 words. This person is in peace, enjoying life, enjoying the day that was given to him, but tomorrow's not promised. Ashe. Now, we're going to deal with the effects of depression, because depression robs people or individuals from their life, of their life. They rob them. They cannot enjoy the days that the Creator gives them. So these are the effects of depression. And I believe that every one of us who's watching or who will be watching knows somebody or have a family member or family members that deals with depression, even if it's not even ourselves. Or you may deal with depression. Depression, the effects of it, it lowers a person's mood. It causes feelings of sadness and loss of interest. And one thing about depression, no one is beyond it. It can be experienced by men, women, children, youth. Okay? No one is exempt. No one escapes it. It can affect anybody. And when it comes to depression, there is like no single cause of depression or for depression. It can occur in a variety of reasons. And it have many different triggers. For some people, right, upsetting and stressful events brings on depression, such as bereavement or the death of a loved one. Divorce can bring it on, illness can bring it on, money worries can bring it on, even holidays. Yeah, holidays and days are supposed to be special and happy and joyful. Even holidays bring upon depression. Why? Because they remind a lot of people of what they don't have and what they cannot have. Because everybody cannot afford this, thus, and so, though they got it on television saying it's the best holiday gift you can ever give somebody. And everybody don't have the loved ones they want around to celebrate that day with them. So it reminds you of what you don't have. And it reminds you what you can't have. There are different causes that can often be combined. It could be a plethora of things, several things to trigger depression. So it's not just one single thing. All right. And as I said, these pictures are worth 1,000 words. I want to deal with the 4 causes of depression. 4 causes. And the reason why I want to share these 4, because these are the ones that we're most familiar with. Okay? All right. Now, the first one I want to deal with is frustration. Frustration. Frustration is when a person is not able to accomplish what he or she has set out to accomplish or to do. It frustrates you. You're trying to get something going and it's just not happening. It's frustrating, or it's disappointing, all right? Or it's stressful, right? So when someone is frustrated, to them, it's a serious letdown. And if they allow frustration to dominate their emotions, it can lead to depression. Frustration is not depression, But if you allow frustration to dominate your life, it leads to depression. All right? We all get frustrated and we all deal with it differently. All right? But one thing you do not allow it to do is to dominate your life. Another cause of depression I want to deal with is the sense of failure. The sense of failure. And we all experience failure. We all feel it. Okay? We've all been through it. All right? Failure is when you set out to do something and it doesn't work. It's like frustration. Things when you do things, it doesn't work, it's frustration. But failure, it can make you feel the same thing. You're doing something, but it just don't work. You feel like it just failed. You bombed. You flopped. Just can't get it to do, you can't get it to move. If a person is not able to rebound from the feeling of failure, that can lead to depression. Are you hearing me? What's important is how we look at a thing or how we look at failure. Because we're going to constantly go through it. If you're not going through it today, you're going to experience another day in your life. We're going to all experience it. But it's how we look at it that will determine if it's going to depress us or is going to be used for our good. Now, if you look at failure as something to teach you what works and what doesn't work, instead of you seeing yourself as a failure, depression will not have a chance to settle in your life. It depends on how you view it. It depends on how you see it. All right? And if you listen to a lot of famous people, a lot of wealthy people, a lot of great people, and I listen to a lot of their stories. I love listening to their stories, even Unsung. There's a show that's called Unsung, and it tells you about a lot of the famous people's lives and wealthy people's lives or great people's lives. If you listen to their story, most of them have felt like failures at times in their life, right? Before, you know what I'm saying? They felt like failures before they reached their goal. They had to fall sometimes. They tripped sometimes. A lot of them went in debt sometimes. A lot of them got backstabbed sometimes and tricked and deceived sometimes and fooled. I mean, all kind of things. Led the wrong way at times. So a lot of them felt like failures before they reached their goal. But one thing about them, they did not allow the feelings of failure to crush their dreams or to keep them depressed. They did not allow it to crush their dreams and keep them depressed. Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? And all the ones that I go through, I can identify with it. Sometimes I find myself in my own head, but I think I'm going ahead of myself. So we deal with the causes of depression, and I want to just bring out four. So the two is frustration. One is frustration. The other one is a sense of failure. And the other one, the third one, is a sense of fatigue. The sense of fatigue. I'm just tired. I'm just worn. See, when the body gets tired and when the body gets weary, what we say that we are physically fatigued. We just worn out physically. I can get some rest. But when our emotions are worn and drained, we become depressed because we are drained mentally and emotionally. So we are mentally and emotionally fatigued compared to just being physically fatigued or tired or drained or worn out. Because if you're emotionally and mentally drained or fatigued, the rest of your body can't function. Okay? And if we stay in that space, that sunken place, too long, you can spin in depression. When I read this about the mental being drained, the physical being drained, and we're not careful, we can spin into depression. This lets us know and let us know that we must take care of our body. Taking care of our bodies, our physical, our temple is very important. It's crucial. It's imperative. right? What I mean by taking care of our bodies, taking care of our minds, right? Taking care of ourselves spiritually and emotionally, right? Oh, we have to have a proper diet, uh, proper rest. You look at the pictures here, as you see here, right? And also we have to exercise. Proper rest, proper diet, and also exercise. These are some of the basic things that keeps a person balanced, right? There's a definite connection between those things, or with those things, on how we feel mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Even when you eat food, the food that we eat, it is injected with so many different types of toxins, food preservatives, all kind of hormones, and all kind of pesticides, and all kind of things. And those things that we eat, right, it absorbs in our bodies, and these things are connected to depression. But when you go to the doctor for depression, they give us a pill. But how often? I'm not saying they don't, but how often they talk about, they bring up your diet, how you're eating, giving you a healthy eating plan. Because a lot of the depression and the stress and the anxiety that people experience can be dealt with. I'm not saying them all. A lot of it can be dealt with just balancing what we eat, exercise, and proper rest. Yes. I know sometimes when I'm not eating right, eating the bad food, so as I eat it, I'm groggy, I'm tired, I'm annoyed, I'm irritated, a little short-tempered. You know what I'm saying? Then hard time to go to sleep, wake up all through the night, wake up in the morning, anxious feeling, down. I said, man, where the heck is this coming from? It's the garbage I be eating that affects my mood. That makes me fatigued, feel tired, and worn out. And women, majority of the time, you are the scientist in your kitchen, the food scientist. You have great power, and I've shared this before. You have great power. You have the power to to decide if your family's going to live or die. You have that power. It's based on what you decide to feed them. The kitchen is a laboratory. And what you cook up, mix up, fix up in that laboratory will determine the welfare, the health, the welfare of your family. The mental, the physical, the spiritual, and emotional. Because I said that the food that we eat have a serious connection, a definite connection with how we feel, our mood. Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? The fourth thing I want to deal with, brothers and my sisters, is guilt. Guilt. Guilt can cause depression. Guilt over the past. You hear that? Guilt over the past. Yes, sometimes people will not let you live things down. They'll keep reminding you of what you used to do, how you used to be, how you used to treat them. They don't let you live it down. They don't let you live down the past. You can see the picture here, how the man is in the woman's face, and the woman's in the man's face, and the parents in the child's face, constantly reminding them what they did wrong. And when you do something wrong, what they do, they don't deal with that one thing you did wrong, or the mistake that you made, or the shortcoming. They'll bring up everything else plus that. And that can tear somebody down and make them depressed. And not only will people not let you forget your past, a lot of you will not allow yourself to forget your past. You constantly remind yourself. You constantly beat yourself up for the things that you regret doing in the past. Did you hear what I said? But hear me, brothers and sisters, you changed since then. You're different now. That happened years ago. And you pondering on the past will only keep you depressed and it will rob you from your present and your future. I've struggled with all of these. Ashe. And the only way that a person can get well or get healed or become a better version of themselves, they gotta be true to themselves. And a lot of us have these. I wanna look strong. I wanna be strong. Nothing wrong with giving yourself positive affirmations. I'm strong. I'm beautiful. I'm courageous. Nothing wrong with that. That's what we're supposed to do. But we also have to be able to recognize and accept the fact that we have some weaknesses and some areas in our lives that's not all that. So that we can build it and change it and adjust it and tweak it so we can be a better version of ourselves, a stronger person physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. So guilt. I know people who was parents and they had children, they was young and they no, they wasn't the best parent in the world. They know that because they was young. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know everything. You know what I'm saying? Now that they grown, their children are grown, they still feeling guilty about anything that happened to their child. They feel guilty. Or if I was been a better parent, they wouldn't be going through what they're going through with their marriage or their boyfriend or with their children. Are you serious? You don't keep putting yourself on a guilt trip? These people are grown now. Or they're of age of making decisions on their own. You'll keep putting the guilt trip on you every time they make a decision that disturbs their life? No. Keep that stuff on them and keep your stuff on you. Get over your stuff and keep moving on. And teach those that you are connected to, you maybe children or whoever you may give advice to, give them knowledge now because you have more knowledge now, more than you had before. If you knew better, you would have done better. Now you know better, now you can teach someone better. Guilt over the past. Let that go. I know a lot of parents go through this, but women in particular. Daddy wasn't there, so you want to be daddy and mommy because you feel guilty. You still doing it because your kids are grown. Why are you still doing that? It's wearing you out, right? It's clipping their wings. And all they're going to do is just use you because they know they're going to use your guilt against you. Same thing with a man, a father. You know what I'm saying? Well, I wasn't there. I didn't have. Well, now you have. Now you want to be there. Now they want to keep blowing in your face. Well, he wasn't there before. Now why you want to be here now? Because I'm different now. I'm better now. I've learned more now. Don't let anybody keep you on no guilt trip. Now, if you're still doing the foul stuff you've been doing that made you feel guilty, and people calling you on it, that's another story. But if you changed, tell them talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? So those are the four things I wanted to deal with because it's a lot more, but the four things I wanted to deal with because a lot of us are familiar with those things. Those four things. All right? People get depressed when they continue to focus only on their circumstances and situations instead of finding a solution to solve their problem. You focus more on the problem than trying to find a solution. That's where all the arguments come in relationships and homes and everything else. Business. Everybody's arguing about what the problem is. Focus on the problem. No, okay, damn it, what's the solution? Let's move on from here. Let's find a solution. Put that energy towards a solution. Let's learn a lesson from what we messed up on, the circumstance or the situation. Let's find a solution. And when you focus only on the problems, brothers and sisters, you'll definitely find all the evidence that you need. I will too. I'll find all the evidence that I need, right, for feeling depressed. When you keep looking for something, you're gonna find it. Or you're gonna make something up and say, you know what I'm saying? See, you start seeing stuff ain't really there, just because you're looking too hard and you become depressed. You'll find it. So when you find when you focus on the problem, you will find all the evidence that you need for feeling depressed, and you'll never reach success. You'll never reach success. Depression does not come because of circumstances, but because of the attitude. How you deal with it, how you view it, how you see things in life. You see this situation here? The problem is at the bottom step. And that's where a lot of people, you see the image here? That's where a lot of people stay at the bottom. And staying there is depressing. Then wiser people will find a solution. That's the next step. An upward motion, not a downward spiral. A downward spiral, it's spiraling into a depressive hole. Upward spiral, it goes to solution and it goes towards success or overcoming whatever it is that's trying to hold you down, depress you, or rob you of your life. Hope I'm making sense. Depression, brothers and sisters, it will paralyze you. Hear me, brothers. I love you. I love you. I know what I'm talking about. Depression will paralyze the mind and the act or the will to act. It will paralyze the mind and your will to act. It'll keep you stuck. So you want to do, you know you want to do, you would like to do, but you just can't seem to get up and do it. Let me say it one more time. You want to do. You know what to do. And you would like to do it. But you just can't seem to get up enough oomph or strength or push or motivation or drive to do it. One thing about depression, we have to be very careful. Never leave this thing unchecked. Depression affects a person's entire being. It can affect your whole life. You see the brother right here? He's sweating. You see the sweat coming down his face? The brother's paralyzed. He's paralyzed. He can't move. He's stuck. And his whole being is going through something. It's suffering. It's stressed out. It's weighted down. It's burdened. It's sad. It's unhappy. Because anything that's not moving is dead. So if it paralyzes the mind and your will to act, we become the walking dead. And I want to share this, brothers and sisters, because I'm saying depression. And I want you to really understand the difference between normal depression and deep clinical depression. There's a difference. Normal depression, we all go through the depression, all of us, like I said, the men, women, children, and youth. Normal depression is a difference, is different than deep clinical depression. Now, what's the difference, brother? All right. See, normal depression is something a person can shake, right? Because it don't stick with you for a long period of time. You get depressed, you know what I'm saying? You shake it off, you keep moving. That's the normal depression. That's what I would call it. Now, clinical or deep depression is when a person cannot escape the grip of it. It lasts for a long time. Okay? It lasts for a while. And when the person is experiencing that, I would say that person needs to seek some professional help. I'm just saying, If it's a depression, the grip, this deep depression, I can't shake, no matter what I do, it's just not lifting, and I'm sinking into this hole, right? Seems like nothing I do is bringing me up out of this thing. I would recommend to anyone who's dealing with that, to seek some professional help. One of the results of clinical depression, brothers and sisters, not the normal depression, but deep and clinical depression that a person cannot shake, is suicide. That's one of the results, is suicide. And we see a lot of that happening more now than ever, especially after the abrupt shutdown or lockdown of the COVID thing. 2 years of an abrupt shutdown and lockdown. That affected millions of people's mental health. And it didn't go away. But they're not really addressing it. You see now on TV, in the news, people out there shooting up the daggone school. They've been doing it, but they're doing it more now. Shooting up the daggone subway. Killing their whole daggone family. Doing all kind of strange, there's something mental going on. And only a person who feels hopeless will do something to somebody like that or do something to themselves. There's no hope. They don't care. I got nothing to lose. Or they may be seeking sick attention. Somebody listen to me. No one understands me. No one understands me. You all right, man. You all right, sister. You look good. You look good, brother. You look good, man. You in shape, sister. You looking girl. You looking, oh, what? No one understands me. Help me. So sometimes people have to go to that drastic measures to get that attention they need. It's not an excuse, but in some cases that happens. We're talking about hope. Hope. In the hard place of depression. Hope. In the hard place of depression. I had to bring out what it can do to our lives if we don't try to put it in check or deal with it properly, or if we try to avoid it, what it can do. But once you start understanding what it is and how it affects my life and the sign, then we have a better chance of helping ourselves or dealing with the problem or the struggle that we have. I can't deal with anything effectively. I don't know what it is, or I don't know what's affecting my life. These are some common signs or symptoms of depression. Common signs and symptoms of depression. And the symptoms, they vary from person to person. It just don't happen to everybody across the board. It varies from person to person. Now, when it comes to the mood, these are some of the signs and the symptoms. When it comes to mood, anxiety, we dealt with this feeling of guilt, hopelessness, loss of interest or pleasure in activities, sadness, mood swings. I'm talking about when this stuff don't lift. And sometimes you may have this for a short period of time, and like I said, and you just move on with life. That's the normal compared to the deep clinical. Now, that's mood. When it comes to behavior, when a person's depressed, one of the common signs or symptoms of depression, when it comes to behavior, agitation. I'm just agitated. You do a lot of excessive crying, a lot of crying. Why are you crying? I'm just crying. I'm just crying. Make me cry. Everything is I'm sensitive. Irritability, restlessness, social isolation. I want to be myself. Sit by myself. I don't want to be around nobody. Excess sleeplessness, or excess sleepiness, sleeping all the time. Just don't want to get out of bed. Or insomnia, I just can't go to sleep. I just can't sleep. I'm just up all night, up all day, just can't sleep. Tired, worn out, just can't sleep. The common signs and symptoms of depression on the whole body. We said the mood, the behavior, now the whole body. That's physical. It's excessive hunger. I just can't stop the crave. I gotta eat. Or fatigue, tired all the time, loss of appetite. Weight gain, a lot of weight gain or weight loss. They're stressed, not eating, have no appetite, worried, frustrated. Poor appetite. Or repeatedly going over thoughts or thoughts of suicide. When you can't let certain thoughts go. You're just constantly going over the same thing over and over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? And it's not making you feel better. But sometimes people go think through something, and after they think through it or talk through it, they feel a little more relief. But if you're thinking and talking about it, and it's just not working, it's not helping, make you feel worse and worse and worse, that's what happens. When you're depressed or have that depression that's a little bit more serious. And I said also the thought of suicide. What is this saying is always stay in tune to your body. Always stay in tune with your body. If you have loved ones, always observe them. Keep your eye on them. Okay? For any signs. That's how it works. That's called love. Not because, they may be depressed. We just want to be our brother and our sister's keeper. We have to look out for each other. It's not just money and food and chicken and bread and eggs and hot dogs and give them oodles and noodles. No, we have to look after each other. If somebody acting strange or acting different, a little bit more low key, or not calling as much, or kind of a little isolating, or they seem to be staring all the time. A lot of thought. Hey, we need to not overlook that. And hey, ask them, hey, are you all right? You need to talk? Is everything okay? Ashe? All right. This is my close here, my closing here. I'm coming to you as your brother. I'm coming to you as your spiritual teacher. I'm not a clinical psychiatrist, a therapist, or psychologist. So I'm not trying to diagnose you, nor should you try to diagnose yourself. Because you may look at these things, these list of things that I put out, things that, oh my God, I'm depressed. That may not be true. You know what I'm saying? That may not be true. So don't try to diagnose yourself. But I will say this, again, if you're dealing with depression and it's dominating your life, this is what you have to do. Act and do something now. Act and do something now. See, don't be afraid to seek professional help. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with taking care of your mental health. There's everything right with it. Nothing wrong with it. Yes, it has a stigma. You must be weak. Now you're strong. You need to stop thinking like that. Feeling like you're strong. Get up. Dust yourself up. Come on, get up. No. That's good to try to motivate somebody, but there's nothing wrong with seeking help. Is everything right with it when it comes to your mental? This is your control center. If this is not well, this controls everything else in your life. That means that everything else is not going to move effectively. Take care of the mental. Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? Sometimes when we go to depression, sometimes talking to a trusted friend, or a family member, or a pastor, or someone, or a counselor that you trust and who will not judge you, that can help. That can help you cope with depression. I know people who go through depression, they'll call and we'll talk things out. They feel a lot better. They just had to dump some stuff. And they're moving on. Some people need more than that. And that's okay. Whatever you feel is best for you, you do it. Do it. Even when you're feeling depressed. You know, Nike, just do it. Or that saying that church folks say, just do it. And God will work it out. And don't forget, always stay connected to your Creator. Always stay in prayer. Always stay in prayer. I'm not going to tell you religion is going to deliver you. I'm not going to tell you you read your Bible is going to deliver you. So that's religious talk. I'm not going to tell you fast 30,000 days is going to deliver you. If you get anointed at a prayer line, no, it's deeper than that. That's religious talk. No, I used to tell people that crap. All you need is Jesus. Do you know how many people, depressed people's in the damn church? No, back up, sorry. In the church? You know people who grew up in the church, pastors in the pulpit who have decided to take their own life because they was depressed? So the religion ain't going to do it. I'm not going to say it won't help you be a part of a support group. I'm not saying I won't do that. But don't just think that's going to do it. You have to know what you need and go do it. And go get the help you need. If it's talking to someone or if it's getting some professional help. Are you hearing me, brother and sister? I'm speaking in love. That's not a sign of weakness. That's a sign of wisdom. I wanted to just share, I just want to get some of your ideas, brothers and sisters. What kind of things that you think a person can do or you can do to help you cope with depression? I would like you, that's my last slide. So it was like stop, think, and act. See the photo here? Stop, think, act. Whatever you need to do to help you, you do it. Act and do something now. Ashe? Now, I'm going to go into my thing. And I want you, before we close out, I would like you, brothers and sisters. Yes, supportive, teaching, listening, sometimes helps to talk it out. Sometimes it helps to talk it out, yes. Yes. I would like you, brothers and sisters, to somebody say that's why I'm here tonight. I'm heavy with heartache. Blessing my sister Donna. We praying for you, Creator. We pray that you lift the weight of the burden on our heart. Help us feel the energy that's flowing on this positive platform with positive people, whatever it may be. We pray that you give her the relief, the guidance, direction to where she needs to go to get help if she needs the help without fear, without hesitation. We pray this in the many names we call you, Creator. Ashe. All right? Brothers and sisters, I would like y'all to share some things in your comments. All right, before we close out, or some things that you think that people can do or you can do help you cope with depression. You can type it in. All right, if you don't mind doing that. Yes, sir. Anybody? I don't know if the comments not moving anymore. or there's a delay. Acknowledge the issue first. Ashe. Anybody else can help shed some light on what a person can do. Breathe and quiet the noise. Yes. Meditate. Come on, people. You may help, something you may say may help somebody's life. Pray. You know what the Irish said? Pray. Meditation. Yes. We said our sister Donna's is heavy tonight. Okay, some of us may be heavy tonight, but she was the only one honest right now. She said, talk it out. Yes. Talk it out. Talk it out. You know what, sisters? My plan is to start a women's play music. Brother Chris, yep, play music. Play music is to start a women's group where your women can meet up on live, have your own little meeting where you can empower yourselves. Okay? Move a muscle, change a thought. Somebody said move a muscle, change a thought. Okay? So that's what I want to do. Okay? So our sisters who be tuning in, and somebody you may know who come to this a group will have a set date you could come in. It's just be the women. I won't even be there. Just be the women. Be able to talk your talk, and y'all can be able to see each other visually. You know what I'm saying? Not just one person talking to you, but y'all can come on and see each other, and y'all can have your own powwow, your own private conversation. Okay, because women, y'all need that too. All right. One thing I can say is that depression is different for everyone. Think about what made you happy and get back to that happy place. Ashe. Queen Amari says, yes, let's do this. I'm in. Queen Amari, I already talked to you about it. I want you to be the facilitator of that group for the women. So there's no secret. I told you that. I'm saying it out publicly. Ashe. You qualified. So I want to say it openly. And your women who's on here who heard it, stay tuned. And let your friends know that we're going to be starting a group with all women. No men going to be involved. I'm not going to be there. But y'all can just build. Build. Ashe. Right where you are, too. All you got to do is tap your phone, come in live, and you can show your face and speak, help somebody, each one, teach one. You know what I'm saying? Ashe. Coming very, 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 very soon. Yes, sir. I hear for it. Okay, Queen Amari. Yes, sir. All right. Brothers and sisters, anybody else like to share something before we close out? I'm not rushing you out of here, but it's an honor, it's a joy to have you come. I hope you got something out of it. Hope I was clear. This was on my heart. And everything that I dealt with here, I taught here, I dealt with. Okay? I don't think I ever had clinical depression, but I know it was something that's keeping my behind down. I didn't know what it was. Until I found out and understood what it was. It was depression, it was anxiety, it was just stress, frustration, guilt, low self-esteem. Man, I had all that stuff. I'm growing just like you are. I didn't come down from heaven. I came from hell like everybody else. So we all get healed together. I'm not where I used to be, but I don't forget where I came from. Ashe. Ashe. All right, brothers and sisters. I love y'all much. I admire you. Myrrh is that cultivating love. And Queen Amari, I'm going to hit you up so we can talk and so we can strategize. right? Get this thing going. No time to waste on this. I know you're a busy person, business owner and everything else, but we're going to do things in your time where it's convenient, and but we know it's going to be done. And sisters, blessings, brothers, hang on in there. I'm always there for you. All right, you got my number. If you ever need to call me, some of you have my personal number. Others have my other church number, 518-330-3150. 518-330-3150. I'm here for you. Okay? I'm here for you. So much love and respect is one thing talking about it. Another thing, are you going to be there to support the person? Okay? If I can't help you, I can at least guide you and steer you in the right direction where you can get your help. All right? When it comes to that deep-seated issues. All right, brothers and sisters, much love and respect. For the men, we have men's only groups. Yes. Reason why I want to start the women's only group, because let me slow down. We already have the men's only group that's been going on for a long time. And since COVID, the women group shut down. Now we're rebuilding and reestablishing things. And Queen Amari is going to be the head person of that. And so, ladies, get yourselves together. I'm not going to hold you any longer. Ashe. Thank you, moderators. I appreciate you. Thank you for Sunday's work. Thank you for tonight's work. Great job. I got the best moderators on the platform, YouTube, Facebook platform, and also Queen Amari. Got the best moderators that a person can have. Ashe. All right, Ashe. Much love and respect. My time is up. Let me let you go. And Amandla. Power to the people. All right? Let's support each other. Much love and respect. My time is up. Hotep.